Old methods of purchase and procurement does not work with CRM. Even the traditional ways of buying software by doing comparison charts and trials will not help you to buy CRM. This video is in two parts. First, we will discuss what you should not do to buy CRM, how not to buy CRM. And in second part of this video, we will discuss how to buy CRM, the secrets revealed kind of video. So CRM market is growing very fast. More and more people are buying CRM. This also means that many people are buying CRM for the first time. And when people buy CRM for the first time, they often land up with wrong solution or they implement it wrongly. As a result, they waste lot of money and lot of precious time, and that whole effort goes wasted. CRM is a very complex solution because most of the deliverables are not exactly tangible or quantifiable. So here we need to have some kind of list which we should not do while buying CRM. So I will give you total 7 points which you should avoid. Let's start by understanding one by one. First mistake is either we have no goals or wrong goals. See, let us understand this. If a CRM is implemented properly, it can deliver more results than you can imagine. But for that, you need to define your goals. And I am not talking of features of CRM, I am talking of your goals. So let me give you an example. Your immediate goal can be that you want to track the sales team and sales process. Your midterm goal can be that you want to generate a proper lead generation mechanism from the CRM. And your long-term goal can be that you want to have a proper relationship building with your customers so that you can implement a proper cross-selling and you can sell more to less number of customers. Whatever you define as a goal, but you need to have your goals, and these goals should not be dependent on the features of CRM. These are your goals. Second mistake people make is they don't take into account the change management that has to be done when they implement CRM. See, once you implement CRM in initial days, immediately you will see lot of transparencies and changes in process, changes in how reporting is done, how reports are reviewed, how meetings are conducted. Lot of things will change. And some people might be reluctant to this and your team might not adopt it very fast. So you need to think and design and plan for that change management. Most of the time people fail with CRM because they don't consider this into account. See, let us understand this. CRM is about bringing in the digital transformation into your sales and service teams. And as we know, and we have discussed in previous videos also, digital transformation is never about technology. It is always about how people use technology. So that's an important one. Always plan for change management. Third mistake that people do is they try to understand CRM by taking trials. Now let me give you one idea. Trials are okay for experts or people who have already used with the CRM. They know the CRM system, they understand the space, they understand the processes and everything. Trials are generally never useful for first time buyers. So if you are going to buy CRM for the first time, never ever go for trials. So these trials and demos never work. Also, how these trials are taken is a problem. So let me tell you what happens in a general scenario. So as a boss, you are busy with lot of other stuff. So you assign this trial work to somebody junior, somebody who has got ample of time because your senior people are very busy with closing the deals. So now what that new or junior person will do? What will he or she check? So they might only check how the forms are looking, how good looking the font is, how colorful the graphs are, nothing beyond that. And here is the problem with trials. And let me tell you one secret. Why do CRM companies offer a trial? Do you think they offer trials to make your decision making simpler? Let me tell you, you are wrong. See, CRM companies give trial in order to generate leads. They just want to capture the data of people who are interested in buying CRM. So CRM trial generally never works, and it never works for first time buyers. Don't do it. Fourth mistake that people do is the senior management, the bosses and the owners or the team leaders don't get involved in the CRM buying process. The bosses generally think that no, I am a leader, I have made a strategic decision to buy CRM, now my team will implement it. Nothing can be more wrong than this. Unless you are a top leader of a huge conglomerate, a huge business group, you should always indulge yourself in that buying decision, going through the entire process of buying CRM. Don't keep yourself out of this loop. It will bring a disaster to you. So as a boss or as an owner of the organization, get involved in the buying system. Unless and until you have more than 250 people team, I strongly recommend that bosses should get involved in buying the CRM system. Don't assign it to somebody else. Fifth mistake, and very common mistake people make, is they assign the buying of CRM to an IT person. Now I don't have anything wrong against the IT people, but see, let us understand, IT people are good in technology. They might not be good in sales, they might not be good in understanding the support process. So they don't know the pain of a sales executive or the sales manager, do they? Generally not. So if you assign it to the IT person, what will they check? They will check what technology they are using, how is the security. These things are important, but more important is the functionality which your sales team or sales manager will require. So consider this, do not assign your CRM buying process to an IT person. That should be handled by a management person, because ultimately buying CRM is not a technology decision, it's a management decision. The sixth mistake that people make is they try to compare various different CRMs with the comparison chart. See, you can buy a mobile device by using this comparison chart. Why? Because you know a lot of things about mobile. You have been using mobile for a very long period of time, and there are very few intangible things that you get in a mobile. So you can make that decision by looking at the comparison chart, but not CRM. CRM is a very different kind of stuff. So let's say, for example, if we compare the world's best CRM, the costliest CRM, with world's most cheapest CRM or the free CRM, and you create a comparison chart, I guarantee you 98.5% of the features will be same. So now how do you differentiate using a comparison chart? As I said, the first mistake is that people try to buy this using their old traditional methods. So please don't use that old traditional methods. Comparison charts will always lie. Comparison charts are for experts. They are not for first time CRM buyers. The seventh and final mistake that people make while buying CRM is they get the quotations, compare it, and then give order to the L1. You can't go more wrong than this. How can you buy a product which is not tangible by just comparing the prices? So if you are seriously interested to know what is the cost of CRM and what are the components of cost of CRM, we have one more video. I'll share the link in description so that you can find that video and you can watch it. What are the components of CRM? But never ever make a decision to buy CRM from the L1 bidder or the lowest. If you are short of budget, then look for more options or postpone the decision, but never buy CRM from an L1 person. Thank you for watching this. I am sure this video will help you to avoid the mistakes in buying CRM, and the next video will help you with the secrets of buying CRM in a foolproof way. Thank you very much for watching this video.